I gotcha. We're getting you out of here.
No one has ever returned from behind Ket walls.
I don't know the rules yet. Anyway, this place is on alert. We have to get out of here. Now.
I'm not the only one here. They took the entire cell.
Vitals are bad. The immune system's been decimated.
You will not take it. It is meant for the Archon himself.
She's coming with us.
Wait, I want to know why the Archon?
Arrogant simpletons. This is a gift. Who are you to deny it?
You turn them into monsters that fight their own people.
These Chosen join with us to become great beyond your ability to understand. Like them, I was once wretched, and the exalted DNA of our great Archon entwines with mine. I stand on the shoulders of his greatness, as they do, as one day, you will.
Except I'm gonna fuck your shit up. How's that for great?
Pathfinder, I am tracking multiple inbound Ket cruisers.
You will all be exalted.
Sam, is there an off switch to this horror palace?
I've accessed the EM field. I can overload at your command.
We must get all our people out first.
There's no time to open hundreds of pods, let alone help the Angara inside.
Wait. Leave my sacred temple intact, and I will open the pods of the Chosen. Take them. Just leave this holy place standing.
No. Even if I die here, this place must be destroyed.
We can come back to destroy it. Let's free these here now.
If your plan fails, the Ket will simply fill this place again.
With respect, our compatriots are also here. Our fighters, our scientists, our strength!
Sam, prepare to overload the EM shield, but wait for my go.
No!
All the Ket will suffer the same fate until my people are free. We have them outside, heading to the roof for extraction.
Just need to rest up a bit while I recover my strength.
They want to say about the facility involved.
There will be. But maybe not right now.
I get you, pal. Inane chatter about nothing coming up.
Read the mission briefs. This isn't good, Ryder. The Archon's dangerous. I've seen people like him before.
He's definitely dangerous. So dangerous, I'm not sure we're ready to deal with him.
Take him out. All we need is a plan. From where I stand, the Archon thinks he knows what's best for us. Problem is, he can follow through on it. That exaltation the Ket do, it turns people into slaves.
He can do that to us. He has that power.
Someone like him you take out fast and hard. Get the leader, the rest will follow. Honestly, drop a nuke on his head, blow up a sun if you have to. Take the collateral damage.
I hope it doesn't come to that. But Exaltation seems almost worse.
If he has his way, there won't be anyone left to save. You don't mess around with this kind of thing. Ends badly, each and every time.
Another galaxy, and there are still despots. We saw similar types back when I worked as a peacekeeper. Pirates attacking the colonies. We trained the colonists and they started fighting back. Raiders didn't expect that.
The Angara already know how to fight. But the Archon, he's got an army to back up his crazy.
But I've got you, and everyone else on board.
Huh. True enough. Never underestimate a small, capable strike force. You keep thinking about how you want to handle this.
We'll only get one real chance at it, won't we?
Yep, so when we take him down, let's make sure he stays down.
Hello, Sarah. Exploring the Exaltation facility brings a Solarian quote to mind. We uplifted desperate souls into weapons, and know not what we destroyed.
That's a fair description of Exaltation.
I have changed since we linked, but I am still myself. Exaltation takes personhood and overwrites it, destroys it. I already understood that such destruction is wrong. Now, through you, I know why it is abhorrent.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why don't Thresher Moors eat comedians? Because they taste funny.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
I can't help thinking that Asari reproduction and Ket exaltation are similar in a lot of ways.
I can see it. The Ket take other species' genes. Asari take other species' traits.
PB, don't tell me we actually agree on something.
Changed my mind. They're nothing alike.
Ryder, exaltation? I never imagined we were fighting Angara.
It kills me to think about it.
We have to stop the Archon, whatever he's up to. The more we learn, the more I realize how much bigger than me this all is. It's humbling.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
Joel? Not talking to me? I get it. I can't imagine how you're feeling. I'll just go.
Don't. You saved the Moshai. I won't forget that.
I may seem tough, but I have a good shoulder.
That's kind. You're kind. I really miss my family at times like these. Are you close to your family?
I was. Am. My mom and dad are dead. My brother's in a medically induced coma. I'm kind of an orphan at the moment.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, this random collection of Tempest oddballs can feel like family sometimes.
Yeah. I never really felt I had a purpose. But here, I do.
What about the Resistance?
My place in the Resistance is not what I'd like.
But that kid on Aya looked up to you.
Sure. But you are going to do something important, Ryder. I feel it. This is where I should be.
Glad you're along for the ride.
Me too.
Going through the readouts from the Ket facility, I've never seen such advanced genetic technology. Frankly, it's light years ahead of our capabilities.
How do you think the crew is holding up?
I'm happy to share what I can without violating patient confidentiality. Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files, and my brain by species.
How do you think the human crew members are handling things?
There's a lot of them.
Gil?
Gil likes to use humor as a defensive technique. He'd rather bury himself in the Nomad than tackle emotions head-on.
How's Liam?
A handful. Every time I patch him up, he breaks something new. Liam's "we can't lose" attitude is commendable. But I worry how he'll react when something does go wrong.
Suvi okay?
Suvi's strong sense of faith keeps her grounded. I'm not spiritual, but there's a beauty in how her mind rationalizes religion and science.
How's Cora doing?
She's processing. Your father was her mentor. She expected to follow in his footsteps, but he gave the role of Pathfinder to you. Just because she trusts his judgment doesn't mean she's not confused. Or hurt.
Is Jal doing okay?
He's adjusting. The rest of us have at least some understanding of each other's cultures. But to Jal, we're all outsiders. It's a lot to take in. I'd say he's doing pretty well.
Is Drac good?
That old bastard's always good. I've never met anyone who can be so stubborn and so appreciative. Could you look out for him, Ryder?
Don't worry, Lexi. I'll keep an eye on him.
Thank you. And maybe don't mention I asked?
How's our Solarian?
He's quite the gossip. Tight-lipped about himself, though.
Tell me about Vetra.
Vetra's used to having someone depend on her. I think that's why she's so resourceful and likes providing for other people. That being said, I think she could use a little me time.
Is PB all right?
She's avoiding me. Probably thinks I'll poke her with a needle if she gets too close.
To be fair, you're always giving me shots.
Not in the hallway.
Thanks for the insight. I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Did you hear the news from Eos? Asari refugees showed up at the outpost. Only a few, but that's better than none. Bradley says there's an officer in charge, Hidaria. She could know where the Ark is.
We'll head to Eos and see what she knows.
Good. Rumor says Sarissa Theris was on the Asari Ark. Exactly who we need.
Who's she?
Probably the best commando strategist alive. Her biotic shields saved hundreds at the Battle of Kirkus. Apparently, Sarissa's acting as bodyguard to the Asari Pathfinder. She's probably got a plan out of this mess already.
Well, someone's a fan.
No, I just like... Look, we need someone with her experience, that's all.
I'll take someone with that much experience. Another reason to find the Ark.
When you're ready to look, we can catch Hidaria at Prodromos. Wouldn't mind tagging along.
Looking forward to kicking those guys in the teeth.
Get us there, and we'll save you a place in line.
Long time no chat. What's up?
Seems like we have a good group here.
Well, Vetra and Suvi are my girls. Get along well. Lots of mutual respect. PB's a real spark plug. I like her, but she's exhausting. And Drax's my kind of guy. Brash, takes no shit. As far as your Hyperion peeps go, Doc's kinda nosy. Liam's good for a laugh or two. Cora, she's a bit by the book for me.
Need somebody to keep the zoo in check.
Zoo? You calling me an animal rider? Ooh, can I be a mongoose? They're like cool cobra killers. No, wait, how about a crow? Smart, irreverent, obnoxious. That's it.
I'll take your word for it. What about Kello?
He's a pilot.
Which means...
He flies the ship.
We're leaving it at that then?
Does a Pathfinder know what to do with a dead end?
Are you sure we can keep the Scourge damage under control?
Never seen anything like the Scourge. What it does to our tech. It's keeping me on my toes, but that's when I do my best work. In a way, I guess I'm grateful.
Well, you're welcome.
Don't do me any favors. Don't worry, Ryder. You're in good hands.
What's your social circle like?
I'm good for a laugh, so I know lots of people, but I don't let too many in. My one true friend is stationed on the Nexus. She's the only piece of the Milky Way I brought with me. The more you and I get to know each other, the more you'll probably hear about her.
How tough was it on the Nexus all those months?
Have you ever eaten overcooked space cow tongue?
Hasn't everyone?
Well, then you know. It's super tough. Wondering if you're gonna die from a critical malfunction, or maybe starvation, imagining which would be worse. But hey, you could always take a break from the fear and boredom to dwell on being a part of the biggest failure in galactic history. Maybe even participate in a revolt.
What was your take on that?
I didn't place any bets, if that's what you're asking. Truth is, I don't think anyone made out particularly well. Whatever side you're on, you die a little when your brother, your teammate, becomes an enemy. We traveled all this way, all hope and wonder, and we end up fighting with each other over scraps. It's sad.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Hey, little guy.
He's a good boy, aren't you? Aren't you? You do know Hijack's pee anywhere, right?
Looks like pictures of the exaltation chamber.
Yeah, the Ket are using some Angaran-made medical equipment. Could be a lead. I just want an edge on those Ket bastards. If they ever got their hands on Sid, well, imagine if it was Scott.
I don't know what I'd do. We're all that's left of our family.
Same here. Sid was so little when our father left, and I was, well, her age now.
You raised your sister by yourself. That can't have been easy.
Had to. I waited forever for our father to come home. He never did. He was involved with some bad things. Bad people. Eventually it caught up to him. There was nowhere to run. Not like a whole new galaxy.
Is that why you came here?
When you're young and stupid, you make bad decisions. Piss off the wrong people. That sort of thing never goes away. Not for you, not for the ones you care about. I don't want to not come home one day.
We're a team. I'll make sure you're always there for Sid.
Thank you, Ryder. That means a lot to me. At least Sid's older now. Maybe I don't have to worry as much. I should get back to work. Talk to my people, see if they've heard anything. Chat later?
Callow, settle down.
If this isn't a good reason to get excited.
What's up? You guys aren't fighting, are you?
Why would I fight with my best friend?
Best friend? Oh, Callow. Callow's very excited about a report I received from EOS. It's good news. The radiation levels are steadily dropping.
Your outpost Prodromos is really going to make it. When do you want to head back?
We could go, but we need to balance our priorities. Why?
Just saying, if I'd created a thriving community in a brand new galaxy, I'd want to visit.
Just wait till they put in the beach and the water slide.
Now you're just playing with me.
So, radiation levels are down. More to explore?
Yes, but there's been a rise in Ket activity as well.
Figures that we're not the only ones to benefit from the planet's improvement.
Might be nice to see how it's doing.
Almost like a vacation.
Almost. Maybe we'll head back at some point.
Well, you're the boss. Just say the word.
Oh, the ship manual's useful. That leg of my workbench needed propping up.
If you bothered reading it, you'd know that the Tempest is an orchestra of new tech. You can't just meddle with...
I got this ship launch ready in record time, Callow. I know my stuff.
And you don't have a shred of respect for other people's.
Callow.
Oh, Ryder. Sorry you had to hear that.
The swelling has gone down significantly, and I seem to be able to talk normally again.
Good. Keep me updated. And remember, cool food and liquid only. Nothing spicy.
Thank you, Lexi.
Lexi and her rules, huh?
Hey, I respect Lexi and her rules. She takes care of us. Without her, I might still be wheezing and trying not to choke in my fat tongue.
What?
Have you ever heard of the lick test? Back before scanners were portable, Earth scientists would employ this test in the field. They used it to tell rocks from fossils and get a basic idea of their mineral composition.
You licked a rock, didn't you?
I was distracted and forgot it was a Helios rock. I do it unconsciously. When I was little, my father and I would go on expeditions. The lick test was a huge part of it. He made science fun for me. Your mother was something of a scientist, wasn't she?
She specialized in biotics research. Got her start in medicine.
I read all about her research, and your father's. AI and implants. They achieved so much in so little time. Sam is an astounding achievement. I left my parents back home. They told me they were proud of me, and then lived out their lives while I slept.
If I were them, I'd be proud too. You came here for the sake of science. That takes courage. Some crazy, but mostly courage. I'm sure they knew that.
Thank you, Ryder. I needed that.
Anytime.
Fold orbit is steady.
System, home of Eos and Prodromos. Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Back where we really started. What's new on our first home?
The Kett still maintain a presence. Skirmishes are frequent, and travel requires caution.
They never learn. What else?
The atmosphere continues to clear, but radioactive hazards pool in some areas. Study is ongoing. And remnants remain active on the surface, but also as detected by seismic readings.
Point of contact for all this?
Your people, Pathfinder. Prodromos is expanding, with all the trials and discovery that building an outpost represents.
Grounded in research.
All data about newly accessible Eos is from their work.
Well, let's make sure it gets the attention it deserves.
I've located a suitable site for an HNS receiver, Pathfinder. Nav point is set.
Someone left a warning. Looks like a work crew thinks they can take control of the remnant.
They'll get chewed up if they try.
Work crew rosters are posted publicly.
The datapad mentioned medbay. A little work, we could find where to catch up with them.
Armed and armored. Good for you. I could have used that ordnance a few weeks ago.
I'm Ryder, the human pathfinder.
Lieutenant Harper, we're looking for the Asari Ark.
So am I. Watching the skies every day, praying they survived the cat.
At least you and these others made it out.
Only just. Our clothes were still smoldering.
What happened?
The Ket chased our Ark across the cluster. But these weren't their regular soldiers. They were hunters. Elite killers.
Being hunted by an elite anything isn't fun. What were they after?
I don't know. I'm a junior. I just do what they tell me. A bridge officer, Sarissa something, gave the evacuation order. Hundreds of people, all trying to flee. It was...
Where could we look for the Ark?
We lost track. But they launched a ship to help evacuees, and her crew would know. You'd have to find her. Follow the transponder, maybe.
Consider it done. Focus on taking care of yourselves.
The ship's called the Paraphona. I'll give you her transponder codes and last flight plan. Thank you. It's good to see the Ket aren't the only ones winning.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear. Corda's looking for you.
Gil, O'Connell and Serena spent months getting our systems coordinated. You can't just strip and redesign those connections on the fly. Gil? I know you can hear me.
The whole ship can hear you. I'm just not listening.
You're fighting again?
I'm thinking the same, believe me.
The discovery of Aya was just what we needed, Ryder. The Angaran scientists have been so generous in sharing their wisdom. It's been amazing.
At least one of the first contact situations went well.
Right? The Ket. Habitat 7. I'm thankful the Angara were willing to risk working with us.
I'm afraid not all of them are quite so friendly.
Some give trust easily. From others, you have to earn it. I'm confident we'll get there.
When did you start believing in a god?
My parents were both scientists. My home was ruled by rationality. So when I became a teenager, let's just say that while other kids found Batarian music, I found God.
But your work as a scientist
convinced me even more, especially when I got into molecular biology, physics. The patterns I kept seeing over and over again, they were like an artist's watermarks. God, to me, is an artist, an inventor, not someone checking to see if I brush my teeth.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
can't you just ask her yourself?
Because.
Because?
Just because.
Fine. Lexi, PB wants to look at Jaw's scans.
PB knows I can't divulge patient information.
Useless.
They aren't just conquerors or slavers. The Ket turn everything you are to their advantage. Worst kind of enemy. The one that makes you fight your own people.
It's too late for the Exalted. We can't let feelings get in the way.
That's what gets me. The Exalted aren't converts. They're Ket.
You're pretty worked up about this.
Kandros wants strategies for handling the Ket. I talked with Drac, putting ideas together. Expand our guerrilla tactics, get Angaran military advisors, research exaltation. Just, I don't know. Wish your dad could give me his take.
Why? This all looks fine to me.
Nasira, your father, they always had a plan I could follow. Without one, it's too easy for people to get hurt. Like now. The Initiative's plans are shot, and people die because of it.
We're facing challenges we could never have prepared for.
At least now we can prepare to fight the Ket. Sarissa will have a strategy. Just need to find her and the other Asari. It'll be good to have certainty again.
At least we managed to save the Moshai.
I only wish we could have saved more.
Towards Fold. Beginning approach.
Fold orbit is steady.
Approaching the LZ.
Picking up a faint signal. Looks like a friendly ship.
It matches the transponder code for Asari survey vessel, Perifona.
That's the ship Hidaria mentioned.
We might be close.
Don't worry, BB.
Huh. I thought this would be the Perifona.
Ice or mineral deposits may be reflecting false positives. The real signal must be relatively close.
Saving the Asari Ark, then I will.
See? Problem solved.
Look! Ket!
Where there's Ket, there's trouble. We have to deal with this.
Clean shot. Launch the grenade! So much violence.
They were carrying explosives, and this looks like some kind of Ket detonator. What were they doing?
We should investigate.
Those Ket definitely plan to destroy the bridge.
There could be more explosives, Pathfinder. Might I suggest finding and disarming them all?
Steady hands. Got one. Easy. I think that's all of them. That should make things much safer for the Angara. Still getting the periphonus signal.
Wonder why she's on the ground.
Bathroom break?
Sir, we should take out that Ket camp.
Come on, seriously? Every soldier has tattoos.
Not where you'll ever see them.
Get ready to fight! One in a million!
Pathfinder, I can hack that message console. I've nearly completed assembly of the passcode.
How many more consoles do you need?
One will be sufficient.
False signal. One down.
Pretty sure the AI rulebook doesn't insist the Pathfinder always gets to drive.
The cat got here before us. Another false reading, but we must be closing in.
Angaran technology is present in this camp. I can provide more information via your scanner. It seems this bug's connection to the Resistance was through a deactivated mobile device.
Where's that device now?
I'll need more data in order to locate it.
Another false reading, but we must be closing in.
PB, just so you know, I'm not stealing anyone's culture. Fighting with Asari commandos changed how I think. It was meant to.
My, aren't we defensive today?
Yeah, I'm defensive. The Council ran that program specifically so species would integrate. It might save lives.
This is the source of the periphone's signal.
Oh god.
And there's Ket on site. Let's clear them out. That's the Perifona, all right. What's left of her.
Definitely Ket weapons fire.
Looks like they crashed trying to escape.
This wasn't just a crash. The Ket pulverized the ship. No survivors.
Without the crew, we've lost our best lead to the Asari Ark.
But this is stupid. If they want Asari for exaltation, why not take the crew alive?
It's like they saw the Perifona itself as a threat. But it's no match for a Ket cruiser.
Ryder, Cora, we've got a flight recorder here.
It's in bad shape. But let's see what...
Final log. If the Ark ever finds this, we failed. Couldn't draw them off. The data copy's lost. The decimation's too cunning. Forgive us. We tried.
The decimation. Hidaria mentioned specialized Ket hunters. Maybe that's them.
They've gotta be Ket, with a name like that.
I hope they choke on it.
Lieutenant, with time the navigational record could be reconstructed.
Right. We could trace the Perifona's flight path, maybe all the way back to the Ark. I'll take a look when we get back. Still lots to do.
Hear that? A ring.
Really putting your heart into finding the Asari Ark, aren't you?
Sorry if that's inconvenient. I know you've got a busy day of not giving a shit.
Hey, I give a shit. I give lots of shits. I just don't need to give one about the Lucinia because you do. You've got enough shit giving for a herd.
Okay, thanks.
This site is viable for an initiative outpost, Pathfinder. Confirmed.
Congratulations, Pathfinder. This was a real challenge. And badly needed.
Director Addison? No personal appearance? Placing an outpost is a big deal.
Thank you, but no. I prefer climate control to these extremes. Real talk, Pathfinder? I, as Governor Shai, is already up my arse about this outpost. If local Angara weren't on board, we'd have a problem. We are good, right? As much as you've brought us, we can't afford to anger the neighbors.
Procedure was followed, as I invented it. Don't worry, we were invited.
Good. We need every drop of viability. Especially after this Ket facility. Vold helps. Cold as it is, it changes estimates in our favor. But the initiative needs you to find more. We're never really done, of course. Survival isn't something that just ends. And there's another matter. A ceremonial one. A statement for the archives.
Is this really the time?
Pathfinder was always a symbol. Like outpost flags hanging in the commons, the people need a connection to reality on the ground. Address them, Pathfinder. What did this mean?
Vold is a hard world, but it's not without life. It has history, people. It was worth fighting for. We're not walking into the unknown. We're joining something. And that is better than we hoped for.
Recorded, Pathfinder. Addison out.
I've located a suitable site for an HNS receiver, Pathfinder. Nav point is set.